Welcome to the Zeer News 24 roundup of today's top stories. Today is Friday, the 6th of Saraton 1404 in the solar Hijri calendar, corresponding to June 27, 2025, in the Gregorian calendar. Headlines: IEA response to U.S. House claims. The Islamic Emirate has rejected the U.S. House of Representatives' allegations regarding the presence of terrorist groups in Afghanistan. Deepening humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. The United Nations has once again emphasized that Afghanistan faces a severe humanitarian crisis. 72 killed in Israeli attacks on Gaza. Gaza health authorities report that 72 people were killed in the last 24 hours as a result of Israeli strikes. 3 killed in 2 separate incidents in Germany. A 25-year-old man was killed in a dispute, while 2 women were stabbed to death in their home. Details: the Islamic Emirate has dismissed claims by the U.S. House of Representatives about terrorist group activity in Afghanistan. IEA spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid stated that Afghanistan has a united and strong government with full control over its territory, and it does not allow its soil to be used against any other country. This comes after Bill Huizenga, head of a U.S. House Foreign Affairs subcommittee, claimed that Afghanistan has once again become a safe haven for terrorist groups since the withdrawal of U.S. forces. He said Al-Qaeda, ISIS Khorasan, and Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan are active in Afghanistan, posing what he described as an unprecedented level of threat. He also cited Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri's presence in Kabul before his death as an example. Afghanistan and Pakistan have discussed strengthening diplomatic relations. Pakistan's special representative for Afghanistan, Mohammad Sadiq, met with Afghanistan's Chargé d'Affaires Sardar Ahmad Shakib in Islamabad and with Afghan Consul General Abdul Jabbar Takari in Karachi. Sadiq wrote on his X account that discussions focused on improving trade facilities, supporting Afghan traders, and assisting Afghan students in Pakistan. The UN has reiterated its warning that Afghanistan is facing a deep humanitarian crisis. Since January, over 1 million returnees have arrived in a country already struggling with climate change impacts and limited basic services. The UN stressed that current aid covers only a fraction of needs, and urgent financial assistance is required to support sustainable reintegration of returnees. Without swift action, further displacement could occur. The report added that the return of Afghan refugees from Pakistan and Iran has put significant pressure on existing resources and called on the international community for continued support. In Faryab province, a traffic accident claimed 6 lives and left 3 children injured. The collision occurred on Thursday in the Jangal area of Dala Abad district when 2 vehicles crashed head-on. According to the police, 3 of the deceased were residents of Jazjan province, and their bodies have been handed over to their families. Poor road conditions, driver negligence, and lack of traffic signs were cited as causes of the accident. Israel kills 72 Palestinians in Gaza. According to hospital sources in Gaza cited by Al Jazeera, at least 72 people have been killed across various parts of Gaza in the past 24 hours due to Israeli attacks. The Gaza government's media office stated that over the past 4 weeks, 549 people were killed by Israeli forces while trying to receive aid, and 4,066 others were injured near or at humanitarian aid distribution points operated by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, which is supported by the U.S. and Israel. Israeli media reported that soldiers have been ordered to fire at Palestinians seeking aid. The Tel Aviv-based Haaretz Daily said some Israeli soldiers confirmed receiving orders to use live fire against unarmed civilians. Instead of non-lethal means, heavy weapons including rifles, grenades, and mortars were used. One soldier reportedly said, "Every day, people were killed there. We communicated through gunfire." The Israeli military's legal branch is reportedly considering opening a formal war crimes investigation into these actions. Market turmoil. Pound surges. Dollar weakens after Fed report. The pound reached its highest level against the dollar in 4 years, climbing above $1.37. This rise came after a Wall Street Journal report suggested that U.S. President Donald Trump might bring forward the announcement of a new Federal Reserve chair to September or October. The dollar weakened following speculation that Trump is considering replacing Jerome Powell. The Federal Reserve is an independent body. Powell leads the committee responsible for setting interest rates, which have remained unchanged this year, a point of frustration for Trump, who has called Powell bad and terrible. Trump indicated he is considering 3 or 4 candidates for Powell's replacement, despite Powell's term running until May 2026. There are concerns that Trump could appoint someone more aligned with his political agenda, raising fears about the Fed's independence and market stability. Germany, 3 killed in separate incidents. German media report that a 25-year-old man was fatally stabbed during an altercation at a shopping center in Hamburg. The suspect, a Syrian national, has been arrested. In a separate incident in Unterfranken, a 66-year-old man killed 2 women at his home. The suspect threatened police with a knife and is now hospitalized. Authorities believe the incident may have been related to a domestic dispute or crime of passion. Kenya, 16 killed during Nairobi protests. At least 16 people were killed during Wednesday's protests against tax hikes, according to human rights organizations. A government minister accused demonstrators of attempting a coup. Witnesses said the protests turned violent after police used water cannons, tear gas, and live ammunition. The death of blogger Albert Ojwang, reportedly while in police custody, further fueled public anger. Parts of the city remain under security lockdown amid calls for an impartial investigation. Japan executes Twitter killer. Japan's Ministry of Justice confirmed the execution of Takahiro Shiraishi, known as the Twitter killer. Shiraishi was convicted of murdering 9 people, 8 women and 1 man in 2017. He lured victims via Twitter, invited them to his home, killed them, and dismembered their bodies. This marks Japan's second execution since 2022. Japan and the U.S. remain the only major industrialized nations that continue to impose the death penalty, a practice criticized by rights groups. And now we move to the world of sports. The Afghanistan Cricket Board has announced the return of the Afghan Premier League. According to the board, preparations for the tournament have been completed, and the league promises to be an exciting competition, showcasing the top stars of Afghan cricket. In futsal, Norzad FC and Peruzi Panjshir claimed victories during the 8th week of the Afghanistan Futsal Premier League. Yesterday's matches saw both teams defeat their opponents in well-contested games. In volleyball, the Jawan Omar team won the championship of a large tournament held in Syed Abad district of Maidan Wardak. The tournament featured 110 teams. In the final match, Jawan Omar defeated M. Jahed in straight sets 3-0 to claim the title. Cristiano Ronaldo has extended his contract with Saudi Arabia's Al Nassr club. The 40-year-old has played for Al Nassr since 2023. While full details of the new contract have not been released, reports indicate that it has been extended by 2 more years. His previous contract was set to expire on June 30th, 2025. Ronaldo has won 34 trophies in his career, including 7 league titles, 5 UEFA Champions League trophies, and the European Championship. That concludes today's news bulletin. Follow Zeer News 24 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. Until tomorrow's broadcast, Allah Hafiz.